runs in order to win that type of an award, I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game. Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's... the catch he should have made. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
3rd and 2. It falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now. Now the 4th-year man from Oklahoma, Tress Way, on to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great play there, 97 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Meanwhile, down in Santa Clara, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment. Here's Tress Way now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. When halftime rolls around in just a bit, we'll send you to Orlando. You will hear the dulcet tones of Mr. Larry Ridley with our EA Sports halftime report.
Does dulcet mean good?
Yeah, it's just something that broadcasters say. It's got to be good, right?
It's got to be good.
You tell me.
Well, it's got to be good if Larry's doing it.
And it's taken in at the 9. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. Before we get to halftime. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Now a second. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This fielded at the 2. And some space here. And there he goes again. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. 98 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Meanwhile, down in Santa Clara, and the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. Carson Palmer, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. Here's Tressway now, as he's on to punt for Washington. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be taken at the 10. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks. Sorry, Larry, your hard work. Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on them.
Doug Baldwin, past the 20, 10, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Doug Baldwin, 79 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Wilson back into his end zone. Room here to run. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A very solid gain of 27. For the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't throw up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. There he goes right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 68 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. He's he's got the hat trick. 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out?
I didn't have mine. You got yours. Meanwhile, down in Santa Clara. And the Cardinals scoring again. They've got that one in cruise control. Carson Palmer, 2 touchdown passes thus far. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Able to spin free. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. To throw on second down, Wilson. And he'll be blocked down right around the 37. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. On first down, Wilson over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. Now it's Wilson. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And this is caught by Curse. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And they give this time to the tailback. Open space inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. Taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone. And in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns. They are on to the fourth quarter now, by the way, in Santa Clara. And the Cardinals continuing to surge. They've scored again. Carson Palmer, 2 touchdown passes to lead the way. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. Hard to call this guy a game manager, but that's really all he's needed to do. The running game, fantastic.
And they've actually put themselves in a spot where they're able to close the game out, doing what you would want to do in this situation anyway, run the football. But they don't have to ramp up into it. They're already there. They've been establishing it the entire game.
Now they can keep that running theme and get into the locker room with a win.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Spins past him. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
I just bought a cost an arm and leg. My mama told me take it back and get a job instead. Where's your common sense? Me and the devil got too much in common, I swear. Yeah. Born in the ghetto, I never had nothing to fear. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, so I might just throw a iffy fit. Call up Cassie after she broke up with Diddy, yeah. I told Shorty if she talking, if she gon' call her friends up and brag about we did. Whoa, I ain't in the talking, go chop off your lips. If I ain't in your top 10, go top 4 for bridge. My black boys, I boys that knock off your lid. I dot your go pop off.